Something about the gospel music touches people's lives. So we have sung it all these years, and the Blackwood brothers created it for us.
Tammy Shelton has just walked in the studio with boxes full of, is this fudge?
High-definition video wall, 150 feet long, 12.5 million LED lights, and it permits us to change the set with every scene.
Or you can call 877 Branson, and you can talk to somebody that can look out the window and tell you what the weather's doing.
Welcome to this edition of MidSouth Viewpoint. I'm Byron Tyler, and we're on the road to one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, Branson, Missouri. And for the next half hour, we're going to enjoy meeting some folks who call Branson home and help you to learn about how you can really strategically plan your family vacation, because we're doing this at the beginning of the summer, hint, 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 so that you can load up the car and bring your family here to Branson, where we have a great time. And I have the pleasure to co-host this half hour with my good friend here, Miss Lynn Berry, who is with the Branson Chamber of Commerce. We messed that up before, but no. Hey, Miss Lynn, it's always good to be here in Branson with you.
Welcome again, Byron. We're so happy to have you here, and we just love to see you.
I just want to start off in a special dedication to this half hour, if we could, to your father, who passed away just a few weeks ago, Mr. Bennett. And I know it's been a difficult time for your family, but I know that your father was your hero.
Absolutely, and he left quite a legacy. I'm the eldest of 9 siblings, and we were so blessed to have Daddy for 87 years, a long life.
What are some things that great memories most about your dad?
I'd have to say it was taking 2 cars to church on Sunday.
For all those children.
That's right. And he taught us all that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the light.
Wow. You know, when you mentioned leaving a legacy, there is no greater legacy than a family member can leave their children in any way when they talk about Jesus being the way, the truth, and the life, and living that principle, living by that too. That's so awesome, Miss Lynn. Well, I pray for you, continue to pray for you as your family heals, but we celebrate his life and again the legacy that he left. But hey, here in Branson, first of all, this morning I was talking to my son, who, by the way, is in the studio with us. Joel always travels with me. He's an amazing videographer, so everything we're talking about right now will be videoed. It'll be put on my YouTube channel so folks can go back and actually see the great faces of our guests who we'll be visiting with. But on the way here this morning, or getting all of our equipment set up, there's a lot to do to get ready for a live radio show. And the thing that came out of Joel's mouth, I love waking up in Branson. And that might be a new theme for the Chamber of Commerce, Miss Lynn. I love waking up in Branson, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't wait. The mattress I slept on last night is better than my mattress back home.
That says something.
It really does. Why is coming to Branson so, I say great, fun? I mean, I just feel like I just kind of left a few troubles back home, and I'm ready to relax.
It is a great place to find our authentic Ozarks hospitality. And for us, it's all about the live entertainment, the outdoor adventure, and the family fun.
And that all happens, in that order, or maybe not necessarily that order, but all happens when you come to Branson.
Each and every day, we are so blessed to have such fabulous entertainers, and looking forward to talking about some of them today.
Well, and we've got a couple right now that we want to visit with, and this name, when I say Blackwood, that name is synonymous with some of the best gospel music ever, recorded in history. And we have right now members from the Blackwood family. We have R.W. and Donna Blackwood. Matter of fact, they have fled Memphis and have made Branson their home.
We left Memphis in 1990 and headed for Branson, and God brought us here, fruit basket of America, boy, and it's a lovely place. We love it here. We do. It's like living in Memphis back in the 50s.
Well, RW, you were telling me about some of the memories back in Memphis growing up.
Oh, yes.
I mean, of course, being a Blackwood, I mean, that in itself, I mean, some of the opportunities that gave you, I mean, connecting with Mr. Elvis Presley, and, I mean, the list goes on and on.
First time I saw Elvis was in church. Over on McLemore, James Hamill was pastor at First Assembly, and we, at the end of the service, Brother Hamill would have people come down at the end of the service, and we'd stand around the altar. And I remember looking up at a guy standing beside me who had long sideburns, and I thought to myself, doesn't he know the Civil War is over yet? That was my first view of Elvis Presley. Of course, then he came a few weeks later in his pink Cadillac.
You know, I've heard some of those stories from others who actually went to church there at the same time with Elvis, and really, with some great memories there. Well, Miss Donna, now, how did you meet your wife?
Well, I was a junior Blackwood brother, and we were on tour in 1964, headed to Texas, and we went to Houston, sang at the music hall, and her mom and dad brought her to the concert that night.
And they put me in the nursery.
And I got to see her in the nursery.
No, not really.
She teases me all the time that I robbed the cradle. But that was my first encounter with Donna Blackwood, and it was love at first sight. This woman, Texas women, got beauty. And her dad and her mom were wonderful Christian people. Her father pastored in Houston, a Baptist church, for many, many years, and it was just a marriage made in heaven. Didn't know she could sing. Had no clue what I was getting into. Found out she was a fabulous singer, beautiful to look at, and a fine Christian girl. And we started the Blackwood Singers up because she refused to be a Blackwood brother.
I didn't think I should be one, should I?
Married.
Miss Donna, I think that's good. So what was it that impressed you most about R.W. when you saw him the first time?
Well, his Uncle Cecil had been telling me for years, I have a nephew I want you to meet. And he came to sing, and I guess it was kind of that in my head. I mean, I was a teenager when I first heard about him. I was about 13 when I first started hearing about Cecil's nephew. And I met him, it was 1 week before I turned 17, and we got married a year and a month later. I was 18 by 1 month when we got married.
So he in turn had the qualities you were looking for in a man.
He did.
I moved her to Memphis.
I moved to Memphis.
Moved her to
We
Memphis.
did.
You know, the Blackwood
I left
brothers
my
were
daddy.
there. Yeah. Blackwood brothers came to Memphis about 1950, went on WMPS radio. Hey, they had a radio show. Did you know that? That's
The
how
Blackwood
come
brothers?
we went to Memphis, was to be on WMPS radio.
You know, back then, R.W., so many of the Southern gospel groups, the Lefevres had their own TV show back then.
This is true.
But there was many of the Southern gospel groups that had the morning show, and I was just thinking, why don't we have that back on? You know, television, 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock. What a
5:30.
5:30, even
Yeah.
earlier in some stations.
Right.
What a great way to start your day.
Yeah.
Well, we had a reason for 5:30. I don't know if you knew that or not.
What was the
Oh,
reason?
goodness.
Well, the Blackwood brothers came from out of Mississippi, and at 5:30 it was milking time, and so the farmers would be out in the barn, and so they would turn on the Blackwood brothers. The cows would give more and better milk.
How about that?
And
Because if you'll remember, they used to deliver the milk around 6:30, and it was fresh.
That's right.
Because the Blackwood brothers sang, the cows gave the milk, farmers put them on the trucks.
So while you were helping the cows produce that abundance of milk,
Right.
then the Lefevres were singing people in the breakfast table
That's it.
at 6:30.
That's it.
That's true. We actually have had farmers tell us that is true, particularly those in the Iowa area have told us that is so true. Midwest, they tell us that all the time.
What is it like being connected with the name Blackwood for so many, for you guys? I mean,
Well-
as we look into your family and so many appreciate and just love the music that's been recorded over the years. I mean, just the name itself, what does it mean?
I've been blessed to be a part of a legacy that my dad started over 80 years ago with my grandfather Roy, my dad R.W. Blackwood, James Blackwood, and Doyle Blackwood started on radio and left me a legacy that's all these years, even though my dad was killed when I was 11 years old in that tragic plane crash. What he taught me, the way, the truth, and the light.
That's it.
And he taught me about Jesus. Gospel music has always touched lives, and even though we may be in a country venue or a gospel venue or even with Sonny and Cher or whoever, something about the gospel music touches people's lives. So we have sung it all these years, and the Blackwood brothers created it for us, and we're just so blessed to be a part of it.
Okay, now you guys here in Branson are at the Starlight Theater,
Yes.
and that's where you're doing your shows.
Exactly.
Don, tell us about
10
that.
o'clock, 10 o'clock Monday through Saturday, at the Starlight, and we do a lot of the old Blackwood Brothers numbers, the guys. We have 4 guys, RW and 3 others, and Tommy Fairchild at the piano. Tommy's an icon in gospel music. He was an original Oak Ridge Boys years ago, and so
He lived
he's
in
on
Memphis,
the piano.
too,
Yeah,
with the Blackwood Brothers.
he was with the Blackwood Brothers for almost 40 years. And then my daughter and I join them, and that's when we become the Blackwood Singers, because she and I don't like being brothers. And we had several songs, too, that were we recorded in gospel that went into country, like Put Your Hand in the Hand and Stop and Smell the Roses. So I would say that 99% of our show, people are going to be familiar with the songs we sing.
Well, what I want to know is if you're doing your show 6 days a week, how do you have time for your 11 grandchildren?
After the show's over, we're done about noon every day, and Mimi and Poppy do take care of the youngest one, who is 3, but we have 3 that are married, and we found out about a month ago we're going to be great-grandparents.
Congratulations.
2 different times
I know it.
in November and December before the end of the year.
RW, I like your name, Poppy, and I like Donna's name, Mimi. That is what my granddaughter calls me, Poppy. She doesn't call me Mimi. She calls my wife Mimi.
That's good.
And she
Listen.
calls me Poppy.
Oh, I need to say my name. In Memphis, I'm known as Winston. I went to Central High, and Memphis State as Winston, and Bellevue and Bruce as Winston. RW, because my dad sang as RW. They just started calling me RW Blackwood Jr. But all my friends in Memphis, it's Winston.
Winston here in Branson. You want to come to the Starlight Theater, again, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. You can also order your tickets online, I believe, at the
Yes.
website. Miss Donna, do you know that website?
www.starlightshow.com.
Okay.
Would you like to start a radio show at our theater at 5:30?
Hey, that sounds like a winner to me,
Okay.
RW. Hey, listen now, we also have something you brought along with you, is this collection of, are these DVDs or CDs?
CDs and 1 DVD. 3
Okay,
CDs
Tell
and
me
1
about
DVD.
this collection here. We'll hold up to the camera for our video watchers.
Inside there, we have a Grammy Hall of Fame Blackwood Brothers album that was released in '52. Went in the Grammy Hall of Fame, featuring my dad and James Blackwood. Has Bill Lyles on there. My father, R.W. Blackwood, and Bill Lyles were killed in the airplane crash. This is a group won the Arthur Godfrey Show back in the 50s. So we re-released it when we found we was coming back to Branson. We also have the Blackwood Singers, which is on display at Elvis's Graceland. He was listening to this album in his collection, so we put this out again. And then we have a live performance of the Blackwoods on stage, and then we have a video of the show. And you get all that in that one package.
All in that one package. RW, that sounds like a great package for our listeners. Again, can you go to that website to get this
Yes.
package at the Starlight?
Yes, you can.
And that would be available on there. Wow. The problem with radio sometimes, as you well know, your time is short. We've got some other folks we want to bring in the studio. This is live here in Branson. So, RW, Miss Donna, thank you so
Thank
much
you for having us.
for bringing some great gospel music to the stage at the Starlight Theater. Thank you for joining Bot Radio Network in Memphis. And also, we want to say hi to our Oklahoma listeners and Tulsa listeners, too. How about that?
That sounds great. My dad was born in Tulsa. I was almost an Oklahoman.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today
Thank
on our
you.
program. We appreciate it so much. Thank you so
Byron.
much.
Thank you,
so
Byron.
much.
Appreciate it.
All right, Miss Lynn. Wow, we had the Blackwoods right here.
They are incredible. I was blessed to see that show when they first opened here in the springtime, and oh my gosh, it is so wonderful. It is just worth going. I also want to mention that Starlight in Branson is spelled Starlite.
That's right. Starlight Theater, and it's .com on the website.
Yes, it is.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I don't know what is happening right now. Tammy Shelton has just walked in the studio with boxes full of, is this fudge, Tammy?
This is fudge from Northwoods Candy Emporium.
Oh,
And
my
you know, in
goodness.
Branson, we like to feed everybody very well. So I just
I've
figured you
gotta
were
hold
needing
this
some
up here.
sustenance here.
We've got this, look at this colorful fudge. Now, this is
Isn't
not
that
just
beautiful?
dark fudge. This is very colorful fudge. We'll get that up to the camera so they can see the fudge again all the way from the Northwoods Candy Emporium, rather. And we've got orange chocolate swirl, mint chocolate swirl, raspberry cream, peanut butter, cherry mash, and Mountain Dude.
And
Miss
it is
Lynn.
really, really good. And here's the dark chocolates and the caramels and the cookies and cream, and then all of your originals, with the sea salt and all.
Oh, my
yum,
goodness.
yum.
I've got
All
Miss
yum
I've got
yums.
Miss Maria back at the station. She just talked to me in my headphones. She said, "Bring us some back to Memphis." So we'll see what we can do for you, Miss Maria. All right. Well, Tammy's here, and she is a gold winner, by the way. Tammy Shelton.
Thank you.
With the Branson Landing, we have the U.S. Maxi Gold Award you just received for marketing excellence for the calls-related marketing there from Branson Landing. And the calls was providing shoes, and I mean a lot of shoes, to less fortunate children in the Branson area. Tell me about that.
Yes, we submitted this award entry to the ICSC, which is the International Council of Shopping Centers, and it is called School Shoes for Kids. And it is a community awareness program, and it benefits the children in need in our own backyard by putting new shoes on their feet.
Wow. Miss Tammy, I had a little bird tell me that one of the things that also helped to kick off that program was a bot radio network anonymous listener or anonymous giver. You know, they'll probably tell you they listen to the radio, but they're anonymous giver. They gave $5,000.
She gave $5,000, and she has done that now for a couple years, and we call her our shoe angel.
She's the shoe angel.
Yes.
This is a wonderful program.
It is amazing, and we've got great partners here in town too. So for the donation of a new school shoe, the Track Family Fun Parks gives 2 ticket rides, and then Andy's Frozen Custard also gives a sundae. So when you donate a new pair of shoes at any of our shoe retailers there at the Branson Landing, then you get a thank you from the Track Family Fun Parks.
What a deal, Miss Lynn.
So
Sweet partners here in Branson.
Yes.
Tammy's one of my very best friends, and she was actually surprised when she received this award in Las Vegas last week. I was not, because her heart and her soul is just there for these kids. She does many more. She takes many more times to give back to this community, and that is just one.
That is a great honor.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you
the
so
Branson
very much.
Landing, to Miss Tammy for all your
Thank
hard work,
you.
too. Now, Branson Landing, what's happening?
can you believe we're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year?
It's hard to believe.
It's amazing. The time has flown by, and it's quite interesting because my name has been changed now. I'm not Tammy Shelton. I am known as Tammy Landing. So, and it's an honor.
So true.
It is an honor, but it's very exciting because we have so many great, exciting things going on. And on June 17th, 18th, and 19th, we'll be celebrating Branson Landing's 10th anniversary. And on the 18th, we're going to have fireworks, and Bass Pro Shops is giving away $2,500 in gift cards. And so we've got great entertainment. And we even have Jason Pritchett, who is one of our great entertainers here in town that will be performing on Friday night.
Nice.
So Saturday night, we'll have the fireworks after our concert.
And for our listeners who have not made their way to Branson yet, are wondering what Branson Landing is, I mean, just nestled right there along Lake Taneycomo is this beautiful experience for not only just shopping, because I know there's some guys out there, if you're like me, it doesn't take long for me to tire out. But this is an experience at Branson Landing because you don't have to just be a shopper. There's plenty of stuff for you to do. I mean, if you want to go in and hang out as a guy at the Bass Pro Shop and look at a new bass lure or a new pole or, you know, a new shotgun or something, they have that. But just the beauty of the walk there along Lake Taneycomo.
It's breathtaking.
It is.
It is. Branson Landing's a $435 million retail entertainment destination, and we have anchors of Bass Pro Shops on one end, and on the other end we have Belk Department Store. And then in between we have over 100 shops and restaurants and a lot of lakefront dining. And then we also have a zip line that goes across Lake Taneycomo. We have a balloon that goes up over 100 foot that's on the north end of the property. So, and you could have great visual of Branson from up that high. So there's so much to do at Branson Landing, and like you said, check out Bass Pro Shops, and they even have a fish aquarium inside of there.
Oh my goodness! Of course, we have a new Bass Pro Shop in Memphis now. You know,
Yes,
at
you
the
do.
Pyramid,
Yes.
and it's drawing
Fancy.
people from all over. You know,
Yes.
have you been there yet?
No, I have
You-
not.
you
but
gotta
I've heard
stop
really
by.
good
Yes.
things.
There's a hotel actually inside
Yes.
the pyramid there. So what a great place.
Beautiful.
But the destination you want to come here in Branson is when you come shopping, when you want to come and just have a nice meal out, you know, and look at the beautiful water. At nighttime, there's these lights. But what about the what do you call it? The cannon, water
That
cannon.
little fountain.
Yeah.
We call her our little crown jewel in Town Square, and that is our $7.5 million water fountain fire spectacular.
Yeah.
So she is amazing, and she performs at the top of the hour starting at noon. And
I mean, 120-foot geysers
Yes.
shoot up out of this cannon up in spectacular.
Yep.
Not
That's
to
right.
mention these balls of fire too.
Right.
Sync to music.
Yep, sync to music, and so it's spectacular, and we're very, very proud. We keep calling her, but we're very proud of her.
And some of our favorite songs are played at
Yes.
that fountain, and especially at noon and 10 p.m. we have the Star Spangled Banner.
Right.
Well, Tammy, any new thing happening at the landing right now? Of course, you mentioned the 10 years happening, which means there's a special passport of savings, and this is a great thing for folks to pick up when they come to Branson
Right.
to enjoy and also to save some bucks.
That's right, and it's our little 10th anniversary passport to savings booklet that we have. It looks like a little passport, but it's got over 50 different coupon special offers and also some show ticket special offers in there as well.
Very, very, very nice. Well, listen, if you want more information about any of the attractions at Branson Landing, if there's going to be a music group, because there's that outdoor theater which is backed by Lake Taneycomo, and that beautiful water fountains we were talking about in the fire balls too that shoot out. That information, I'm sure, is posted on the website.
It is. We have a Facebook page as well, Branson Landing's Facebook page, and then you can also go to bransonlanding.com. And so we have the summer concert series schedule on that website, as well as any sales and specials, and our big July 3rd event that we have, which is our Liberty Light Up, which is also a big concert and fireworks as well.
Very, very nice. And of course, any time of the year is a great time to come to Branson Landing to enjoy shopping, dining, just hanging out with your friends. Great place to be, Branson Landing.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Miss Tammy, I can't thank you enough for bringing all this fudge to Miss Lynn and I.
You're more than welcome. That'll keep you going.
I don't know what we're going to do with all this great fudge.
You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun with it. That's exactly
Take
right.
a bite out of each one.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for being
Thank
on our
you.
show today. We appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy. Wow, Miss Lynn, can you believe we have all this fudge in front of us?
You know you're going to have to send some back with you.
I think our Memphis folks are saying we need to bring some of that back here. I believe that's for sure.
A lot of good eating.
Hey, Miss Tammy, don't forget your award here. Now we've got that's Mrs. Tammy's gold award. Give that to her so she can take that back. I'll take that back to Memphis with me. No, we won't do that. Let's remind our friends, Miss Lynn, that we are broadcasting live from Branson, Missouri on our MidSouth Viewpoint program. I'm here with Lynn Berry, who is with the Branson Chamber of Commerce, and we always have a great time coming here and co-hosting the show with me. John Richardson is no stranger to Bot Radio Network, no stranger to this radio program. John, happy, I say summer to you. We just passed Memorial Day, so we're kicking into the summer season here in
Summer
Branson.
family season is here.
It's up on us.
Yes, indeed.
John, it's good to see you as always, and tell me what's happening at the Dixie Stampede, where you're the manager and you make sure things are going well over there.
Yeah, I just sell the tickets, really. I don't do all the hard work. But no, this year Dixie Stampede has its largest show enhancement in its 22-year history. We made a very large investment in a high-definition video wall, 150 feet long, 12.5 million LED lights, and it permits us to change the set with every scene in the show, and it gives it a whole new look and feel.
Well, let's stop there just 1 second. Miss Lynn, I think there's a lot of folks that don't realize what some of these dear folks put into the productions here, and Dixie Stampede is just one example of pretty much every show in town. It's excellent. They want to give their best.
Cutting edge, top-notch production, and the stars, besides the horses, the actual people at Dixie Stampede are incredible performers.
Yep, exactly. Now, John, the name Dolly Parton, of course, she is synonymous with great country music and is, a legend country singer. I know her name is associated with the Dixie Stampede.
Yes.
Is it only in name only, or is she actually involved?
She is an owner.
She's an owner.
Yes, and Dolly is not present every night except in an audio broadcast over the show, but she is actually an owner and a contributor. We use her songs during the course of the show. She inputs in the creative direction of the show. We also, in fact, the closing number is called Color Me America, which she wrote about how she felt after 9/11. And did not want to profit by the tragedy, so she recommended that we use it as our closing number. So we choreographed the horses and all the formations to go along with that number, and it's a very emotional moment and is a great closer for our show.
Now, are you doing new things in this show?
Yes, in fact, we've got some new performers, we've got some new horses, and really the set is the new piece this year. That's the new feature, and we do try every year to add something. Dolly challenges us to always take it to a new level, and we try to give those repeat guests a reason to come back, and we have a lot of them.
Some folks are concerned about how animals are cared for, you know, and I know that the animals in the Dixie Stampede they get great treatment.
Yes, they do.
I was at Sight and Sound up in Pennsylvania just a few months ago, and I got to go back into the barn and look at the care. And I even asked one of the attendant, who takes care of the animals. I said, do you ever get activists to come in and question, and they said, yeah, but we bring them back here and they actually see for themselves the care, the first-rate care the animals get, and I'm sure it's no exception there.
Absolutely. 24 hours a day, they have a caretaker that is looking after them, making sure that their stalls are clean. They get excellent veterinary care. They get fresh horseshoes on a regular basis and are very well cared for. They also get time off.
Yeah.
If they show signs of a little fatigue. Now, horses are working animals. They like to perform, and you can actually tell by the look on their face, which I've learned. I wasn't a horse person prior to coming to Dixie, but I've learned how to read that. And when a horse pins its ears forward, he's enjoying his work, he or she, and they are very keen to want to work.
Yeah.
And when they do have a little fatigue, they get some time off, and someone else comes in their place.
John, the overall choreography on these shows is incredible. I mean, who arranges, who designs, the choreography and the program itself?
We actually have a staff within our company that does all the horse maneuver choreography as well as the dance maneuvers for the cast members, which are auditioned first for dance, and then we teach them to ride, because we can teach them how to ride. We cannot teach them rhythm.
Yeah. Now, there you go. Well, I tell you what, I can ride, but I have no rhythm myself, and I don't know if you can even teach me how to have rhythm.
Well, we'll give it a shot. How about
We'll give it a shot. Well, one of the things, too, about coming to the Dixie Stampede, it's a total entertainment place, because not only are you going to enjoy one of the best dinners in town while you watch this incredible show, but there's a pre-show, too, that takes place. If you get there about a half hour early, maybe 45 minutes early, or is it an hour early? I
recommend people come an hour early so they can stroll the horse walk and meet all the horses, and then enjoy the carriage room pre-show, and then be seated in time for dinner in the main arena.
I'll tell you, when you go to that pre-show that you're talking about, you'll walk out of there saying, well, wow, that was, but all that is included in the ticket
That's
price
correct.
that you'll
Both
be able
shows and dinner is all included. It's a great value.
And we're not talking about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich either, John.
Nope. It's a good size meal. It's a whole Cornish hen sized chicken that is rotisserie baked, that is just moist and delicious, and the creamy vegetable soup is my favorite.
Hey, the soup was I was going to say. My son loves the soup too. Joel in the studio here shooting video. We talked about the soup. One of his favorites. That is some delicious soup. But that's all part of the experience when you come to Dixie Stampede. Give us the website. We can pre-order tickets before coming to Branson.
And I do recommend that folks get their tickets before they get here, because we sell out a lot of shows. And if they go to DixieStampede.com or call 800-520-5544.
All right. Hey, John, thank you as always.
Thank you
for stopping by and sharing with Bot Radio today.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Well, Miss Lynn, our time is slipping away. I have the studio back in town saying, hey, get ready to wrap it up there, so we're going to do that. But we're going to get back together on Thursday and do another live show from the studio. We've got some more guests to visit with and let them share about the exciting things here in Branson.
We're looking so forward to doing that on Thursday. But meanwhile, folks can go to our website and see what we're talking about, explorebranson.com, or you can call 877-BRANSON, and you can talk to somebody that can look out the window and tell you what the weather's doing.
You'll get a real person.
That's right.
Well, Miss Lynn, it's always a pleasure to have you here and join me on this program. I'm looking forward to enjoying this fudge with you. John, you're going to have some fudge, too, before you leave.
I will.
John says he will. But we're going to have to wrap it up on this edition of our MidSouth Viewpoint program, live from Branson with Miss Lynn Berry with the Chamber of Commerce here. We're having a great time in Branson. Make sure that you explore Branson soon by going to explorebranson.com. I'm Byron Tyler. Hey, we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.